Just because your author won the Aoki Prize, don't think you can start slacking off, Yuto.
Of course not.
Is something wrong? Is it a call?
It's my old boss. 9 literary giants, the titans of the literary world, have gathered at a traditional restaurant in Tsukiji. They all wear grim expressions. And for good reason. The Aoki Prize is the highest honor that every writer dreams of. Because the prize holds such value, the selection committee meetings often become heated. This time is no different, as the veteran authors clash with their differing opinions. Teacher, I'm getting really nervous. The winner of the Aoki Prize, the award that will define this year's literary scene, is about to be announced.
Huh? Why are you more nervous than I am, Yuto? You're supposed to be the one keeping me calm.
Right, sorry. This is my first time at a waiting party, too. I'm Yuto Awaji. I'm a 29-year-old literary editor at Erishi Publishing, a major publishing house. Sitting next to me is teacher Surugadai, a popular novelist whose work is a finalist for this year's Aoki Prize. By the way, a waiting party is a gathering where a nominated author and their editors wait for the award results together. This time, we're waiting for the results at teacher Surugadai's favorite bar, enjoying a few drinks.
Still, this waiting party tradition is a great thing. If you win, people celebrate with you, and if you lose, they comfort you. If I were home alone, I'd probably go crazy from the anxiety. So having you here with me is a huge help, Yuto.
This is my first time as the editor for an Aoki Prize finalist too. I can't help but feel nervous. Then, finally, my phone starts ringing loudly. I take a deep breath and tap the screen. Hello? Yuto Awaji speaking. Everyone in the room, including teacher Surugadai, turns their attention to me, listening intently. Yes, I see. Thank you for calling. Yes, I'll be in touch later. Goodbye.
So, how was it?
Teacher, you won the Aoki Prize. Congratulations.
I did it! Thank you! This is all thanks to you, Yuto. Thank you so much for discovering me.
As he said that, teacher Surugadai grabbed my hand and shook it vigorously, his eyes welling up with tears. The bar's owner and the editors from the other companies who came to the party showered him with praise, and the applause was endless. Alright, let's have a proper toast. To teacher Surugadai, congratulations on your award. Cheers!
Thank you. I look forward to working with all of you in the future.
Whether or not an author wins a literary award can make or break their career. Likewise, for an editor, handling an award-winning work makes a huge difference in their career advancement. And thanks to teacher Surugadai, I had earned the title of editor of an Aoki Prize-winning work, the highest honor. However, despite receiving such a prestigious title, my current work environment was, to put it mildly, the worst.
Just because your author won the Aoki Prize, don't think you can start slacking off, Yuto.
Of course not.
You discovering teacher Surugadai and him winning the Aoki Prize, it was all just a fluke, a lucky break. There are always useless editors who get a big head just because they're in charge of an award-winning author. Especially you, considering you've never accomplished anything before this.
I don't think I'm so great, not in the slightest. That's Teru Hananikake, a senior in the literary department. It's impressive that he's rumored to be the next department head at such a young age, but the problem is, he's a walking ball of pride. Even though our department produced an Aoki Prize winner, he hasn't congratulated me even once. In any case, everyone at Erishi Publishing has a superiority complex, and tripping each other up is a daily occurrence.
With my level of experience, I can see right through people like you. They all get carried away with that exception.
Maybe you've met people like that, but I'm not one of them.
Yeah, I don't need to hear your self-righteous claims about how you're different from the rest. Teacher Surugadai's work wouldn't have sold at any other company. It's all thanks to the history and reputation of Erishi Publishing. What? You look dissatisfied. Don't get cocky, you incompetent fool.
It seems he noticed my expression hardening at his string of insults. I've been at this company for 7 years. After being subjected to this kind of sarcasm every single day, I no longer had any lingering attachment to the company I once admired.
What? You're quitting your job?
That's right. I'm sorry to surprise you with such sudden news. I'm still thinking about my next move, including options outside of publishing. Having made up my mind to quit, I came to an izakaya away from the office to tell teacher Surugadai.
If you don't mind my asking, could you tell me why?
Of course, you've done so much for me, teacher. I confessed that I was fed up with the elitist and exclusionary attitude that pervaded the company, not just from Hananikake, and then...
I see. That's just like you, Yuto. You've always hated judging people by their appearance or titles. After all, you were the only one who seriously read the manuscript of a complete nobody like me. I've been turned away by every other publisher, so your response truly saved me.
Has it already been 5 years since then? How nostalgic. I first met teacher Surugadai when he brought in his manuscript without an appointment. It was still rough around the edges, but it had a spark that other writers lacked. After telling him that, we spent the next year and a half working together, researching what makes a novel sell until his debut.
I wouldn't be where I am today if it weren't for you, Yuto, for taking care of me until my debut. I want to be someone who never forgets a kindness, so no matter what happens, you and I will be friends for life.
Teacher, thank you. Once I've figured out my next steps, I'll be sure to let you know.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure you'll succeed in any field you choose, Yuto.
Yes, I'll give it some more serious thought. To be honest, the recent decline of print culture had been weighing on my mind, and a part of me felt anxious about the future of the publishing world. I thought that if I were to try a completely different industry, now, on the cusp of 30, might be my last chance. Teacher Surugadai and all the other authors I've met, looking back, they're all precious assets to me. I will continue to live in the world of publishing that I love so much. I made a vow to myself.
Hello? Yuto! It's been a while.
The next day, a familiar voice came through the phone. It belonged to the one person I really wanted to talk to about changing jobs within the publishing industry. Konomi Jimbo, a former colleague who changed jobs a few years ago. I'd only seen her once since then, but I vividly remembered her telling me how much she was enjoying her new job. Sorry for calling you out of the blue. How have you been, Konomi?
I'm doing great. Although I'm actually on maternity leave right now.
Maternity leave. Wow, congratulations. I'm sorry, I didn't know. I hope I'm not bothering you at a busy time. Realizing I should keep it brief, I quickly told her I was thinking about changing jobs.
I see. Well, since I can't really do much right now, how about I introduce you to the person who inspired me to change jobs? He's my husband.
Things moved quickly, and a few days later, I was meeting Konomi's husband, Tatsuru Kanda.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I hear my wife was in your care back at Arishi Publishing. Thank you for everything.
Not at all. Actually, I'm considering a job at your company, and I was hoping I could ask you a few questions.
It's small, but Love Koi Publishing is the best. Independent and anonymous. That's our company culture in a nutshell. You can create books based on your own ideas and take full responsibility, without any unknowing interference. The president is kind, the atmosphere is open. I don't think you'll find a better place to work.
That's amazing. Your wife told me something very similar.
My wife was enjoying her job so much, she was complaining about not wanting to take maternity leave.
Watching Tatsuru speak with such a genuine smile, I could clearly picture a future free from all my worries and anxieties. The mid-career exam for Love Koi Publishing. I'll definitely pass it. So, about 4 months passed. My wish came true, and I joined Love Koi Publishing. I was just starting to get used to the work.
Yuto, when you have a moment, could you please check these gallery proofs?
I can do it now. I'll get right on it.
Thank you.
This is Chihiro Suda. She joined the company right after college and is 4 years younger than me. She really looks up to me, the guy who transferred from a major publisher. Just to be clear, the reason I speak to her so casually is because she asked me to, so she could feel comfortable and I could teach her more about the job.
But thanks to you joining us, Yuto, our literary department has changed dramatically. Before, authors would just assume their books wouldn't sell if they were published by an unknown company like us.
She must have had a lot of pent-up frustration. Chihiro pouted as she complained. It's true that the name Arishi Publishing helped me out sometimes, but working for a major publisher isn't all good. I told Chihiro about the useless pride and elitism that were the main reasons I changed jobs.
I see. It must have been infuriating to have Teacher Surugadai's achievements, which you worked on together, be credited solely to the company's fame.
That's not all. Do you know why most best-selling novelists only publish with the big 6 major companies?
Huh? Isn't that the very reason I've been struggling all this time? Please tell me.
Every novelist has their own writing cycle. Some take half a year to write a book, some take a full year. They all work at different paces. For example, if an author who takes a year per book writes for 20 different publishers, when can you ask them for a sequel?
Does that mean 20 years later? The readers would get tired of waiting that long for a sequel.
Exactly. So to ensure that best-selling authors publish with them at least once every 6 years, the big 6 thoroughly exclude other companies. The 6 companies work together, constantly taking care of the author's needs, attending drinking parties with them, and basically boxing them in to keep editors from other companies away. If just one other company gets involved, it delays their own guaranteed profitable publication by a year. Of course they're desperate.
That's awful. I had no idea such a dirty adult world existed.
I was on that side until just recently. I probably don't have the right to say anything. Don't worry, this is just about the corrupt traditions and customs of the past. I won't let things stay this way.
Huh? Do you have a plan?
I'm gonna blow a hole through this industry's rotten conventions. In fact, I've already thought of a plan. Saying that, I whispered into Chihiro's ear.
Are you serious?
Chihiro's eyes widened at the plan, which was so outlandish. No, it was downright reckless.
The bad habits of an old industry really are hard to get rid of, aren't they?
That day, after work, I came to an izakaya with Chihiro and Tetsuru, who had helped me before I joined the company. Did your wife say something similar?
She did. Ever since she changed jobs, she's been saying, "The people at Arishi Publishing are nuts. I'm definitely going to write a book about it." So, for her first project after maternity leave, the proposal's already been approved. You should help her out, Yuto.
That sounds exciting. What's the working title?
The smallest dog barks the loudest.
I see. How about a subtitle like The Downfall of a Company of Naked Emperors?
That's good, but isn't it a bit too serious? What about something like, is that pride really necessary?
As expected from the literary department. I just sent a message to my wife. We're going with Chihiro's idea.
Yay! As my prize, you have to treat me to lunch sometime, Yuto.
And so, in the middle of this fun time, something I could never have imagined back at Arishi Publishing, my phone rang. I looked at the screen and couldn't help but furrow my brow.
Is something wrong? Is it a call?
It's my old boss. I let out a small sigh and tapped the screen.
Yuto, stop being so stubborn and get back here now.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'll even talk to the board and consider giving you a raise.
After that, Hananikake continued to throw out tempting offers, clearly desperate to get me back. I could sense the panic behind his calm facade. Unfortunately, I have no intention of coming back, so goodbye.
Hey, wait!
Chihiro peered at my face from beside me. Not wanting to worry her, I quickly apologized and returned to our conversation. A few more months passed, and I finally achieved a major goal I've been working towards. I managed to arrange for Teacher Surugadai's first work since winning the Aoki Prize to be published by Lovekoi Publishing.
You did it, Yuto! You finally broke the cycle of him rotating between the big 6 publishers.
Well, I've known Teacher Surugadai for a long time. Now, if only we could get other authors to follow his lead. Chihiro and I have been visiting bookstores every day since the release date. In the world of novels, Lovekoi Publishing is practically unknown. That's why we had to bow our heads to the bookstore staff and ask them to place the book in a slightly better spot.
I never knew that even the prominent shelves in bookstores were all prioritized for the big 6.
Bookstores benefit more from staying on the good side of companies that publish a lot of books. In a way, it can't be helped. Still, in this bookstore, even though it's Teacher Surugadai's new book, I can't even tell where they put it.
You're right. Should we ask a clerk?
But when Chihiro asked a clerk, the answer we got was horrifying. Apparently, salespeople from the Big 6 had recently been visiting one after another, giving guidance on book placement. The golden zone at eye level, the prominent flap display zones, and the end zones at the end of aisles. They have been pressured to prioritize books from the Big Six in these 3 high-selling locations. But this is Teacher Surugai's new work. It's a book that's guaranteed to be profitable for the store, isn't it? For the sake of the fans, couldn't you make an exception and place it somewhere easy to find?
I understand that completely. It's just that if we get on the bad side of the major publishers, it will cause problems for us down the line.
However, despite the major publishers' harassment that even involved the bookstores, Teacher Surugai's new book became a massive hit. Gratefully, we even received an offer for a movie adaptation. Yes, thank you. I'll discuss the movie adaptation with the teacher and get back to you. In addition to adaptations for TV, movies, or games, an editor's job is also to be the point of contact for all corporate inquiries, like interview requests. I was screaming with joy as I threw myself into my work when it happened.
Yuto, if you're here, show yourself.
It's a small company, so there's no reception desk or security guard. Hananikake just brazenly walked right up to me. Showing up unannounced like this is a problem. What do you want?
What do I want? Why haven't you responded? You're coming back to us, aren't you?
I believe I told you I have absolutely no intention of returning.
Still holding a grudge, are we?
No, that's not it.
I'm the one asking you to come back. Me, the future head of the department at Arishi Publishing.
Why are you so desperate to bring back someone as incompetent as me?
That's because things have changed since then.
Hananikake gritted his teeth. It was obvious he was swallowing his pride.
That Teacher Surugai is saying he's gonna pull his publishing rights from us. Surprising, isn't it?
The moment I got the call from Hananikake asking me to come back, I suspected this was the reason. Well, that's between Teacher Surugai and Arishi Publishing. It has nothing to do with me.
But that stubborn old man is saying that he owes his debut to you, that his works are essentially collaborations with you. And he says it's wrong for Arishi Publishing to keep profiting without you. Can you believe it?
By the way, publishing rights are held by the author, and a book can only be published when they grant permission to the publisher. So, if Teacher Surugai pulls the rights for the novels he previously published with Arishi Publishing, it means Arishi Publishing will no longer be able to print more copies of his past works. Teacher, so you were serious? Actually, the teacher consulted me about this before, and I was against it. You can't live on sentiment alone. An author has to make a living. I told him so many times that if he was just thinking about sales of his back catalog, it would be better to leave the rights with a major publisher. But now that it's come to this, I have a duty to honor Teacher Surugai's feelings. I never planned on going back, but now that I've heard about Teacher Surugai's resolve, there's absolutely no way I can return.
What? Are you an idiot? Your salary, your title, your social standing would all improve.
There are people in this world who want to do meaningful work with people they connect with on a deeper level, not just for superficial things. I'm sure you'll never understand that. His pride as an elite was high, and he was an Arishi Publishing man through and through.
There's no way someone like you could get ahead in this company. You only went to K University.
It wasn't just me. He had violently crushed the budding careers of many young employees. But my departure had an impact on Arishi Publishing. When upper management pointed this out, the panicked current head of the literary department must have placed the blame squarely on his shoulders. If he didn't bring me back, his own position would be in jeopardy. It was obvious why he was so obsessed with me.
Yuto, we've reached an agreement with everyone regarding the publishing rights, and we even have their signatures.
Just then, Teacher Surugai and 3 other novelists arrived at the office, led by Chihiro. Chihiro, a law school graduate, had a judicial scrivener friend of hers join them to explain the publishing rights once more. She made sure the authors fully understood and were comfortable with everything before they signed the contracts.
What is this? Not just Teacher Surugai, but Teacher Sarugaku, Teacher Misaki, and Teacher Nishiki too.
They were all established authors I had been in charge of during my time at Arishi Publishing.
Hananikake, it's true that we are grateful for what Arishi Publishing has done for us. But before we are novelists, we are human beings. We want to continue creating good work with people who understand the constant struggle of a writer. We can't work with people who rest on their laurels just because they're a major publisher and have no respect for the creators.
Well,
Your sentiment is admirable, but realistically, there will be a huge difference in sales between Arishi Publishing and Lovekoi Publishing. You won't get prominent placement in bookstores, so it'll be hard to gain new fans. Are you okay with that?
Of course, we're prepared for that. But we will absolutely not let the publishing world continue with these corrupt practices. We sense that potential for change from Yuto and Chihiro. It's a gamble worth taking, isn't it?
Teacher!
Thank you. Whether he knew how moved I was or not, Hananikake let out a deliberately loud sigh.
yeah, I see. You dreamers can just go on playing friends, talking about your ideals. You'll just suffer later when you hit the insurmountable wall of reality that separates you from the major players. Well then.
With that, Hananikake left the office, acting superior to the very end. But recently, several people have moved from Arishi Publishing to Lovekoi Publishing. And now, for the first time, publishing rights have been transferred as well. Slowly but surely, something was starting to change. I was convinced of it. Now, for a little about what happened after. To put it simply, the publishing rights issue became a far bigger problem than Hananikake ever imagined. The 4 novelists who pulled their rights from Arishi Publishing had a combined total of 25 works. All of them were popular works that had been reprinted many times. Hananikake was held responsible by his elite superiors.
You told me I'd be the department head after the next promotion. This is a joke. Does HR not see all my past accomplishments?
Was his self-assessment really accurate, considering he spent all his time belittling promising juniors and crushing their careers? At a major company with plenty of talent, it was now surely impossible for Hananikake to ever climb the corporate ladder again. The 25 works were to be re-released under Lovekoi Publishing. Chihiro and I were in charge. Many of the authors wanted to make some additions and corrections to reflect the changing times, so we were dismally busy.
Yuto, it's busy, but I'm so excited and happy. I never knew having work could be this wonderful.
It's good to be excited, but please watch your health and don't overdo it. Unlike some major company, you're irreplaceable here.
Speaking of personnel, we actually have a lot of volunteers wanting to help. That's your popularity for you, Yuto.
Huh? What do you mean? At the end of Chihiro's gaze stood Tetsuru Kanda and the rest of the academic department.
For the re-release of these 25 works, the academic department will be fully supporting the literary department.
Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful to you and your wife, Tetsuru, for giving me the chance to find this wonderful workplace.
You're just like my wife, Yuto. You changed jobs, found a great career, and also met someone special.
Someone special?
Yes, I've been watching you two work together, and you remind me of how we were back then.
Huh? Does that mean...
Hey! Tatsuru, what are you saying?
Chihiro's face instantly turned red. At the same time, the feelings that had been smoldering inside me suddenly erupted, filling my heart. Chihiro Suda, I'm sorry, we've only ever talked about work until now. From now on, maybe we could talk more, to get to know each other better, just a little at a time.
Yes, I love that.
I'll blow a hole through the corrupt practices of the publishing world. It was a grand declaration, but our journey is far from over. But with such reliable friends and a wonderful partner by my side, maybe it's just not a pipe dream after all.
Hello, Brittany here. Thank you so much for watching this episode, everyone. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Toodles!